Good morning students. I welcome you all to the very first academic session for informatics practices. So today we will be doing chapter number 1, working with numpy. But before starting, let's have a look at today's agenda. The very first thing which we'll do is what is numpy, what are numpy arrays. Then 1D array, 1D array creation, and third 1D array creation using its different methods. Last, what is difference between list and arrays. So let's start. What is numpy and numpy arrays? As you've already done in grade 11 numpy, so you'll be knowing only that numpy is a library that has n number of methods stored in it. One of them is array that we can create using this numpy. What is array? Array is a homogeneous data element collection that can create different dimensions. You can see in this diagram that we have 1D array, 2D array, and 3D array. Let's have a look at the 1D array in detail. This is 1D array, as here we have just one row, as one row but a number of elements. Yes, in 1D array we have always one row, and this row will store data in the form of index. As you can see, num0, num1, num2, num3 and num4. If you have 5 values, it will have less than n minus 1. Like if you have 5 values, then 4 indexes will be there. The first index value will be stored in num0 and the last will be at num4 if you have 5 values. And if you want to assess the values, you will be writing like num1, it will give output as 5. So this is called 1D array, where just one row will be there and one axis will be there, that is axis 0. Now let's have a look how we can create. To create 1D array, this is the program. You know only that first we have to import this statement numpy as np. This np is a variable. You can take any other np1 or just anything. Using this np, you will be able to use array. Array is what? A method. This is the method to create 1D array. Now in this array, I have given 3 elements, 500, 200 and 300. And don't forget this thing that here we have to use these square brackets. Then only it will give output. Otherwise error will come. So don't forget square brackets. So this statement will create 1D array and will store in this a variable. So if you write type bracket a, type is what? It is a method that will actually tell what is the type of this a. So output will be numpy.nd array, because this we have created array only, so it will give answer numpy.nd array. Next print we have written a.shape. So shape method will tell what are the dimensions of this array. According to this, we have 3 elements in it, so it will give answer 3. Then in next print we have written a0, a1, a2. As I've already explained, these are index. If I'll write a0, answer will be 500. If I'll write a1, 200 and a2, 300. So this is the way to create 1D array programs. Now let's do a few more functions for creating 1D array. Here first function is given empty and the argument is passed 5. That means what it will do, it will create randomly 5 elements ka 1D array. Any 5 values it will take itself. Then we have function 0, or we can say method zeros. From its name only it is getting clear. As I have given 5 as arguments, so it will create 5 zeros ka 1D array. So this will be your answer. If I'll give one more argument, here see, this is also zeros method. Argument I have passed 5, but one more argument I have passed here, that is D type. So what it will do, D type may have given int. So this output will be all integer zeros. Here it is not dot, it is comma. Then we have one more method, that is ones. Again its name is only getting clear. Ones means it will create 1D array of all 1. How many ones? As many you have mentioned. Here I have mentioned 5, so it will give 5 ones. Then another function is full, which is taking 2 arguments, 5 and 7. You can give any number. I have given here 5, that means it is telling 5 I want what? Whatever you will give in second argument, 7. So output will be 7 5 times. Then random method. Now this random I have written twice. You will be wondering why twice. I've written twice because this random itself is a library like numpy. So we have to write it twice. Again, this random method will pick randomly 5 values and will print. Fine, is it clear? Now let's do the difference between numpy and list. As list you have already done in grade 11, so you'll be knowing that in arrays we have homogeneous elements, as in this example all integers are there, but in list we can have heterogeneous elements, that means different. Here it is float, then integer, and this current var is string. Then in numpy arrays, removing and adding elements is quite difficult, but in list it is easy. And then third difference is that same, only it contains elements of different types, it cannot contain elements of different type, as you can see here, and it can contain elements of different types. Then fourth element is smaller memory consumption. Obviously as compared to list, it has smaller memory consumption, but list has quite big. Because of this, the array has better runtime and list has not so speedy. It's not having good runtime. So this is all for today's video. Now it is time to assess yourself. Whatever I have explained, according to that you have to just assess yourself. Did you get it or not? So now you have to do this program. This is kind of homework which you have to do. But in next video I'll be giving you answer for this question. But that doesn't mean you will not solve it yourself. You have to solve it. Till then, be at home, be safe. I'll be back with next video in which we'll be doing practical session. Thank you.